More questions. Coming to the last bit here. Nick Faldo. Don't ask me if I had a hole in one, please.
Your coolness, calmness, and being collected is legendary. And apart from little old ladies saying "cooey,"
yeah.
Does anything else annoy you?
The press. What else annoys me? People who are untidy. I'm anal retentive here. Always put things back in their place. I'm the sort of person that can't go to sleep if the TV remote isn't on the TV. It's one of those things. It's like so stupid. But and I hate bigotry. I hate racism. Anything like that really pisses me off. So I would say that's the biggest thing. I hate that kind of bigotry and racism. That's the worst, I think. There's no excuse for that. David Coulthard.
I'd like to know, when you're not performing, how do you relax? And one other thing as well, when you said earlier you're a shy person, well, does that mean that you like to spend your free time alone, or do you like to have someone with you all the time, or how do you spend that time?
I'm quite private. When I don't really go out to... I'm 50 now, and when I was younger in my career, I used to go out to the openings of envelopes, to the clubs. I used to go to every bar, every club, every restaurant. And now, the only time if I ever go out now with David, my partner, is if it's for supporting a charity. Say if Sting's doing something or some of my other friends are doing something for a charity, I'll go then. But I'd rather stay home and have people down to dinner. And we play this game called Gestures, which is kind of like charades but more fun. So yeah, I'm kind of like to walk around the garden, tidy up the CDs, wash the dogs, that sort of thing. Janet Street Porter, where are you?
I'm up here.
Hello, dear.
Hello. Now, the question I've got is, everyone's always writing about your hair. God knows they've written enough about it over the last few years. But I've got a different kind of question. Do you ever use hair removal cream? And if so, where?
Do I use... Yes, I have used removal cream. On my testicles, actually. Because, it's very hard to shave down there.
Actually, I know you do.
And, I like that smooth feeling that you get when you use the cream.
Yeah,
if you leave it on too long, you get burnt.
Well, you told me to use that cream, didn't you?
Yeah, on your testicles.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Well, that's one bit of the show that won't be transmitted. That's the bollocks section, I would say. Stephen Fry.
You're 50.
Yes.
You're probably the most successful individual British artist, with the obvious exception of Mrs. Mills, that this country has ever produced. And you're about to start on a world tour. You could relax amongst your spectacles.
Yes.
I wondered what it was that drives you.
Usually a Bentley. I just like to perform. I mean, unlike you. Cruel queen tonight.
I walked into that one, didn't I?
Yes. No, I just, I love to go out and play the live. I mean, you make records and you write songs and you go in the studio and it turns out one way or the other. And I've been lucky enough to work with great producers. But there's nothing like going back on stage and playing it live, because you don't really know what's going to happen from night to night. And that's the kind of drug that, is the biggest drug there is. That kind of feedback from an audience. If you're playing and people love you and they're giving you that applause, it's such a great feeling. It can't really be replaced by anything else. It's that vibe back from an audience. And I think every performer would say that. So there you go. So, George.
Well, it was a great privilege for me, Elton, and a unique experience to record your tribute to Princess Diana. And I remember you saying to me at the time, I'm never going to sing that song again. Would you like to tell us why?
I'm not going to sing that song with those lyrics ever again. A, it would be too upsetting. B, it would stir up too many memories. And I think it's a one-off thing. It was a terrible tragedy that happened, and Bernie rewrote the lyrics to fit a memorial for Princess Diana. And I've done it once, and I don't, I think that's enough. And people will go out and buy the record as they have. And I think to milk it and do it anymore, I just think would be in bad taste. And if you're going to do it live on television, and if the boys are watching or something, enough's enough. And there are going to be too many people jumping on the bandwagon and putting out records and stuff like that. It's too early. And this, this was just done as a matter of fate. And I don't want to sing it again. It was a one-off thing.